What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rimworld. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Safe, good food, all that. Staying out of trouble. I had an okay Thanksgiving. See, the thing about me is I don't really try to associate with my family, man. And as a result, it's kind of led me down the path of having lonely holidays. But I really don't mind. And the reason being is because there's always just so much drama in my family. And I'm not going to sit here and act like my shit doesn't stink because I've created some of the drama myself, so I own that. But I haven't created it all, and I dare I say I haven't created the majority of it either. And so as a result, into adulthood, I've learned that leading a lonely life is oftentimes more stable than one that's, you know, full of things like family get-togethers and holiday dinners and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it doesn't suck sometimes being, by yourself on, Thanksgiving or Christmas or any of that kind of stuff. But it's better than the it's better than the inverse or the alternative. So I don't know, man. To each their own. But I've learned to live with it, and I've actually kind of learned to enjoy it, to be honest. That being said, I managed to get a bunch of Amazon purchases delivered, and that I am really happy about. And I also have some more on the way. I recently just ordered a TIG welder and a plasma cutter, and the ham base station that I ordered, I actually wound up having an antenna ordered for it that I lacked an adapter cable for. So now I'm kind of waiting on that cable now before I can start using my ham radio. But the ham radio that I got, the ZQ 6100, I think it is. How did they spell it? It's like XIGU or something like that. This thing is freaking awesome. I mean, it is absolutely intensely awesome, man. Can't say enough good stuff about it, and I'm so pumped that I have it now. I just need this freaking stupid. It's like a male BNC on one end, and I think it's a what is it? A UFH, I think it is, on male on the other end. And basically, the BNC connection connects to the ham base radio station, and I think what I said, UFH or whatever it is, male connects to the antenna. And it's basically like it's a type of mobile antenna that you on one end of the antenna. It's kind of like a staff, okay? It's like a big giant staff. You screw in the different sections into each other, and by the time it's all assembled, it's like one big giant staff that goes up to almost about, I'd say about maybe 9 feet once the topmost section is extended all the way. And the bottom end winds up, it's basically like a thing that you stick into the ground. Now, with me being as stupid as I am with ham stuff, because you got to understand that I'm just now getting into all this crap, and I've kind of entertained the idea at some point in the future getting my ham license and stuff. Because I got this thing initially just to kind of toy around with. I'm not going to like speak on it or anything because that's obviously against the FCC rules. But I figured it'd be kind of cool just to kind of listen in on stuff, and kind of listen in on some of the other bands and everything else that it can get access to. And so, me being stupid as I am, I thought that I'd be able to use that antenna inside or indoors. And I mean, I technically can. I just have to like find a cute way to prop it up and everything. It'd just be kind of silly looking, I guess, having this big, huge honking antenna inside my house like it is. But um, it's gonna be kind of cool though because according to some of the stuff that I've read online, this thing can pick up shit from all over the friggin' planet if you've got your right kind of configuration for your antenna and stuff. But anyway, I've got that. Waiting on the TIG and the torch stuff. Got a couple things of clothes. I need some new work pants, so I wound up ordering a thing of that. And I don't know, man. I got all sorts of other stuff. I got like a sewing machine because I try to keep maintain my clothing, you know. And unfortunately with me, I'm a tight ass most of the time, so I don't really have a whole lot of new clothes. So whenever I get any kind of holes in my clothes and stuff, I'll try to run it through the sewing machine now. So I'm kind of pumped about that. Uh, but I got that. I got a Bissell steam carpet cleaner type thing. A thing that I saw on one of the Chris Fix videos. If any of you guys out there are into automotive repair and DIY stuff for cars and stuff, Chris Fix is one of the badasses of that world. And he had a video that he uploaded one time where he used this same make and model Bissell cleaner to basically clean his vehicle's carpet and interior and stuff. And I mean, by the time he got done using this thing, the freaking stuff inside his car looked like brand new. And I told myself, man, I've got to get one of those. So I finally got one of those. Haven't used it yet, but you know, at some point in the future, I'm going to. Um, got a paint depth gauge for automotive uh, paint stuff, because you want to have one of those things and check your depth of your paint before you start taking a polisher to it, because otherwise you run the risk of cutting through your paint and stuff to such an extent that you wind up needing a new paint job. But I got one of those. Got a couple of card scanners. One of them just reads, the other one reads and writes. Got a barcode scanner. And you're probably sitting there wondering, why in the hell are you buying that shit? And you're 100% correct. I do not need that stuff. But like I said earlier on, I talked a little bit about some of the stuff in one of my earlier videos. I just kind of wanted it just to toy around with it, just to see how that kind of stuff works, and you know, see what kind of information you can actually uh, extract from cards. And one of the reader and writer card scanner that I got even came with some blank cards that you can like write to. So that's that ought to be kind of fun to play around with. I also got a little mini entertainment system for my living room. It's nothing fancy or anything. It was like maybe 120 something dollars, but it's a little CD player and radio and stuff like that. So anyway, man, I don't want to bug you or bother waste your time with all that crap, but I got all sorts of stuff, man, and it's been kind of a fun past couple days. And besides that, man, I've just been working on my car hood. My car hood has these two stupid plastic inlets that sometimes come undone, and the procedure is that whenever they come undone, you just kind of take some double-sided tape to refasten them. And I'm a little anxious about the job that I did with one of them that I was working on the past couple days, because one side of the inlet that I put double-sided tape on, I had to cut a little thinner to kind of get as the best kind of adhesion, I guess, on the surface of it, because there's not really a bunch of space on one side. So I tried to kind of cut around to make it fit better and stuff, and I think I might have cut it a little too thin. But what I did was I put the double-sided tape on both sides, fastened it back down to the hood, and I put a couple of weights on top of it, obviously with with the weights sitting on like a couple towels, you know, obviously because you don't want to scratch the damn hood and stuff. But I'm letting it sit out there overnight, you know, 24 hours or something like that, and hoping and praying that this sticks and stays where it needs to stay. I just hate having to mess around with stuff. I hate how modern cars anymore are built with so much plastic shit, man. And it says a lot about where the automotive industry is going, but I'm not going to get on a tangent about that. Anyway, let's do this, man. Just wanted to get that off my system, or out of my system, and talk about it a little bit. It's been pretty interesting lately, and I'm really looking forward to that TIG welder and my plasma torch. Oh, and I also got a dehydrator too. I've been using the hell out of that thing, making beef jerky and stuff with it. Man, it is awesome. I highly advise anyone interested in stuff like that to get a dehydrator. There's just so many things that you can make with it. Okay, man, here we are, Rimworld. Let's do this. So, where we left off last time, we were beginning to work on this southernmost, thingamajigger room and stuff, and that's kind of where we are right now. And we're currently on a mission right now where we're housekeeping this uh, lynx named Aldo, and he's, as you can see down here, he's going to be leaving in about 3.8 days. And when he does, as long as everything's okay, we'll get a new colonist in return. And the colonist, get this, the colonist's name is Life. Last I remember, it was Life. So, and I think it's a he. I believe they're pretty good with, uh, I think it was pets. So it'll be kind of a welcome addition. You can always use more people that are good with pets and stuff like that. Who is the other? Because we've got another person that's also Night Owl. It's Oski and Tiffy. Where's Tiffy? Okay. So she's kind of a young teenager. Good with plants. I have her on smithing. I'm thinking maybe it might be time to put her on ag. And I don't really know why I've got her. Actually, yeah, I don't know why I've got her on ag. Or smithing, I mean. Hold on just a second, I'm hearing some strange noises outside. Sorry about that. Turns out that my small town that I live in, up here in Poduxville, Indiana, has kind of like a winter type of celebration thing that it does. And the noises I was hearing outside was actually some of the fireworks that they're letting off. When I was a kid, I couldn't stand fireworks. It scared the hell out of me for some reason. Me and things that go boom do not mix, and That's one reason I never mess around with O2 whenever I'm doing any kind of welding work or anything. I'm too afraid of something exploding like that, man. I only mess with inert stuff. So anyway, let me see here. So Tiffy, yeah, back to Tiffy. Where is she? Tiffy. Here she is. So she is on smithing, and I'm not sure why. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Oh, smelting. I'm sorry. I thought that said smithing. It's actually smelting. Okay, that actually makes more sense. Because she was probably one of the people out here in this little area. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna change her to ag, and let's see here. Let's I'm okay with her doing a little bit of construction stuff every so often and plant cutting. Funny enough, though, she's actually super passionate about tailoring and smithing. Hmm. Same thing with Rin. I don't want them working on that though. At least not right now. Maybe at some point I will. Before I got on here, I was watching what is it, uh, the thing, the 20, I think that came out in 2011, 2011 version. Should I kill these? I think I am. But I was watching the thing, and um, that movie is interesting, to say the least. But here lately, I've also been watching the Punisher series, and I tell you, man, I actually like it. The Punisher and the Defenders, I really like both of those. I watched the Iron Fist too before I watched the Defenders, and the Defenders it's a little slow at first, but at around like the second season, which was the last season, I believe, it began to kind of pick up, and it seemed as if they began to kind of find their stride with stuff. Now I'm not going to sit here and say that it's an amazing show because it wasn't. I mean, it was something just kind of fun to watch, you know. But Iron Fist, and I really like the Daredevil uh, show. So Iron Fist, Daredevil, the Defenders. I'm gonna start watching the Luke Cage stuff here before too long because I've always meant to watch that. I just never got around to it. And the Punisher stuff. I'm hoping they bring back the Defenders at some point because I felt like it didn't really get a fair shake. And with everything now being in Disney, I can't remember if the Defenders was a Disney thing or not. I don't think it was because I think it was right before Disney acquired the rights to all of the Marvel stuff. Then again, I could be speaking out of my ass entirely because I'll admit that I haven't really been completely following most of that. I think what I'm saying is true though. But in any event, I hope they bring back the Defenders again because now that Disney's on board with all that stuff, they'll be able to really help out a lot with some of the choreography and special effects and things like that. And I think it could really take off. I think it had potential, man. I don't think I don't think at the time it had a lot of guidance or maybe a lot of design consideration or something, you know. So it didn't really go over as well as what it could have. But I watched that not long ago, and I that chick that plays Bugs in that last horrible Matrix movie, I really love her to death, man. She's awesome. And she, of course, plays basically the girlfriend or whatever of the Iron Fist dude. The Iron Fist dude, at first I wasn't really too crazy about him. He seemed kind of like a cheesehead, you know. But again, after he began to kind of find a stride, I think he began to kind of mature as an actor, and he kind of grew on me. The show that I cannot wait to see though is Welcome to Derry or whatever it is. I think that's the name of it. It's obviously the Stephen King thing. That's kind of like a a prequel to his It movie. And I'm a major fan of Pennywise and It and all that shit. I'm a major fan of Stephen King in general. I can't stand his politics because sometimes, in my opinion, he's just doesn't really come across in a way that I find very respectable. Whenever he starts getting political about shit, I mean, I'm being partially truthful here because I realize that anybody who happens to come across my videos, they may have leftist views and stuff like that, and I'm trying to be respectful because obviously I'm a right leaner, or at least I lean right. I try not to really categorize myself in any way, shape, or form because I try to acknowledge the fact that I can be humbled and that other people always have different views and stuff that might make sense, even when they come from like political leanings that I might not agree with. So I try to like not classify myself because I don't like to put myself into any kind of corner like that. But with me having some of the views that I have right now, at least in my 40 some odd years of life, sometimes I'll see something online about things that Stephen King winds up saying on his stupid X account or whatever. And I can't help but sometimes just roll my eyes because he just comes across as a douchebag sometimes. God, here we go. Beginning of a loaded game, remember? Well, the good news is that it's pretty far out. I'm not really around anything to worry about. But like I said, sometimes he'll get out there on his X stuff and, you know, stink the internet up with his political farts. And like I said, I don't like that side of him. But I think the man's a genius whenever it comes to writing horror stories and some of the stuff that he's written about, especially whenever it comes to his world architecture in general. Because the cool thing I love about Stephen King books and stories and movies or whatever is how one story usually winds up relating to stuff that happens in another story. Be kind of careful here. Like, for example, some of the stuff in Dark Tower relates to some of the stuff that happens in It, and the uh, the Tommy Knocker story. There's a scene in some of that stuff where some of the people or characters think they come across a clown as they're driving along one of the roads, and they can't explain it, and it's just, it's stuff like that that I just love. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that too, but it's just I just like it. Kind of relates things and stories and stuff, and kind of gives nods to other things. Been watching a lot of the Yellowstone stuff too. I love that whole universe. Sheridan's really got himself one hell of an empire going on with some of that. Yellowstone, 1883, 1923. Here before too long, I think they're coming out with like a 1940 something. I think it's going to involve some of the stuff that happened back in the World War II days. I think. Last I read, they were going to do that, but maybe things have changed. But I've also been watching Lioness, uh, Special Operations Lioness, and the new one that just recently came out, Landman. That's another good one too. Man, we've got quite the little complex going here. Just wish we could build faster. Stuff's taking forever. We can get that mail. That'd be awesome. It's 15, 20. These fires are pissing me off, man. Where is it? There it is. I hate how I have to do this every single time, but I haven't really figured out a better way to deal with stuff like this. What are you doing? Just leave him alone. Dudes, stop. Ooh, what do we got here? Ooh, infinite chem reactor. Here we go, baby. Okay, Jordan Hammy Larner, a knight of the refugee dominion, is fleeing a troubling political situation and wants to hide out at Luminous for about 9 days. He's suffering from paralytic abasia, whatever it is, and must be kept in bed. Alright, yeah, we'll do it. Okay. Might be able to even cure him. Okay, let's get... Here's Alo. Is this the one that I'm thinking? Yeah, hold on a second. Let's just get him situated first. A bunch of shit going on, man. It's hard to stay on top of it all. 3 skills, okay. Mining metal. And animals, I guess. Mind having another night owl. Let's do that. And this is who again? Sandra. Now we need to give Sandra a night owl schedule here. So where is she? Sandra. Here she is. Okay. That's. Is that right? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. It was saved. Back to this guy, Hammy. I can't remember what the abasia treatment is, and I was thinking it was that thing that I was beginning to look at. This right here. But I'm looking at all the other stuff, and I don't really see anything else that would make sense. Let's read this real quick. This special medical operation uses a massive dose of mechanites to saturate brain tissue and execute a coordinated restructure of neural activity without damaging the brain. It permanently cures a patient's abasia-infused paralysis, but consumes a large amount of coloniworld. Okay, and it needs 10 of them. We've got 43. I say fuck it, let's do it. Well, I don't know. Should we do it? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it, I guess. All right. So what's he good at? Medical. So we'll just put him on ag. He's a night owl too. I mean, change his. Let's see here. I think that's good. Damn it. So we got a hole somewhere. Also got a little bit of fire going on. Gaps. Grab that real quick, please. Alright. Okay, now we got another quest. Ooh, an ancient complex. Alright, where is this? Ancient complex. Be nice if we could get some more healer serum. It's not very far. Definitely do that. I think one thing I intended to make, it was one of those long-range scanners. I figured out though how I'm going to do that, because I think I kind of screwed up by making this the way I did. I should have put the seat up here, because I think, well, actually I don't think I'd be able to. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to put the long-range ground scanner, because I don't want to have to make another big room for it or something. But I always want, after reading up about what those things can provide you with, it makes me want one, because I found some YouTube channels and stuff out there that apparently use that shit to find major caches of things like components. And I guess the caches that they wind up finding are really huge, like hundreds of components, which I didn't realize you could do with those. So if I did, I probably would have wound up making one of them. Make one in the future at some point. Friggin' fires, man. What the hell? Oh, really? Huh. Guess there was a fire at one point that set one of these off. You've got some chopping to do. I think that's in my egg zone. Yes. Wish you guys would get on there. Put out the fire. We didn't start the fire. Careful, guys. Don't get burnt. They're on it. Good job, guys. Now it's time to go relax, watch some porn, eat some sushi, drink some beer. You resting? I think he is. Whoa! Oh, never mind. Thought there for a second it said Mr. Thrumbo. I'm just going to dick with that. For some reason, I can never train a male Thrumbo in this game. I don't know why. That must be like one of the hardest things to train in this game, I guess. Okay, dude, go rest, man. It's Olga's issue. Okay, she's going to rest. Savannah's eating. I think we're going to be okay. Life is hard on the rim. But we're making it. Still kind of struggling though on Shadow for some reason. More jump packs. 3 more. I want everybody to have a jump pack. Settlers needs one. He's got a psychic shock lance and a charge rifle. Did I force that on her? Sellers, where are you? Guess not. Weird, I've never seen them do that before. Wait, is that it? Okay, so she apparently got rid of it. That's interesting. Alright, back to sellers. Alright, let's see here. Ez also doesn't have a weapon. guess he's not old enough yet to wear a jump pack. This is Clara, child. Newborn. And Hammy. So he's got cataphract armor. Prestige, too. Okay. And yesterday I was outside my garage working on that car, that inlet stuff. And after I got done messing around with that, I went for a jog. By that time, it was about 6 or 7 in the evening, and it was between 25 and 30 degrees outside, man. By the time I got back, and it was about maybe a 2 to 2.5 mile jog. Nothing super major, but something that I've been wanting to pick back up on because I've been mostly working out at the gym and not really like doing as much jogging, just been mostly lifting and stuff like that. So, and usually I jog a lot, man, but here lately though, past I'd say half a year to a year, I haven't really been jogging as much. And a lot of that uh, decline happened because of some of the shit that went down with COVID. Because back then they, like everyone else, they closed down and locked off the freaking gym that we have over there at work. So that kind of left us, kind of forced us to have to do stuff on our own elsewhere, And during that time, I had been trying to jog a lot. Well, COVID ended, and then I started going back to the gym as much as I could. But that meant that I wasn't jogging as much then. So, it's like it's hard doing everything consistently, like jogging and lifting. And there for a while before COVID, I was kicking ass with both of those things, and I'll straight up admit that I hated it. It just sucks working out all the time or jogging all the time, Because one of the keys in maintaining a physically fit lifestyle is finding stuff that you like to do, but it's easier said than done. Anyway, though, yesterday I jogged, and by the time I got back, man, I was frozen. Because I always jog in shorts unless I'm just absolutely forced to wear pants. And last night I jogged in shorts, and I'm feeling it today, man. And it's a good feeling, good soreness, that kind of soreness you have whenever you've been working out and everything. But I'm feeling it in my core today. I'm feeling it not really in my joints, but kind of in certain kinds of muscles. So I'm kind of happy I did it. We need to start doing some cleaning around here, man. It's not looking good. Let's see, what can I use? As I think it's been Whoa. Hold up a second. Oh, Okay. I guess Hammy's Is in labor. Okay, I don't like how this happens a lot, man. It's happening more and more where these chicks they wind up in labor and it takes forever for them to get to the bed. I'm gonna have to redesign this because I don't like how this always winds up happening. Why is she walking across the batteries like that? That's come on, chick, hurry up. Here we go. Ooh, all right. So this is Rin's. Where is her? It's over here. Sellers, Otsky, and there they are. Okay, baby. Let's name the baby. Gleb. It's a male. Bennett. Gleb Bennett cat. Sure. All right. I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm getting closer and closer to bending on the mod front to see if there's any mods that can help me organize this shed better. I think there is. I think there's like one or two out there that help out with that. Where's Piz? There it is. I love how these people just kind of puke wherever they want and don't even clean it up. Yeah, it's finally making some awesome progress on this. Ooh. For Aldo. Here we go, man. Okay. Do we do this again? Is he going up there? Where's... Jeez. Damn it, where'd it go? For crying out loud. Either I'm blind or it disappeared. about to get another colonist. Got some little waddles coming our way too. It's interesting. Okay, then. Here we go. Woohoo! Got life. Badass, man. Okay, there he is. Or she is. Is it a she? It is. Okay. So here's life. She's good with plants, so let's put her on ag. Let's give her a schedule. Alright, sweet. Right here. That's okay, and we need to give her a bed. Room. Sims. There we go. Sign life. Life, I want to make sure she's got a gun. Alright, man. Sweet. One last thing. Okay, so she's... What is she again? She's a baseliner, which I guess in this game is basically a human, I think, right? A naturally evolved human, yeah. No major significant genetic modifications. Okay. She's kind, greedy. Okay. Alright. Ducks. The Dougie Ducks. Got them in here, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, sweet. We are growing, man. How many freaking people now do we have? Minus Ham, we got 48. Not too shabby. I think I'm about to go and send someone off to the ancient complex. Let's see here. Before I do that, let's save. Right. Let's see here. Former caravan. About 3.5 days. Jeez. Okay, we'll send Sam. send Faye, Vic, Sam. Sam. Is there anybody else that I should maybe take? Let's send Anton. So Faye, Vic, Anton, and Sam. So I don't think we have anything that we want to take with that. Those. Jesus, look at all that rice. Take those. And yeah. I'm not expecting anybody to take back, so I think 4 should be all we need. There we go. I'm not actually sure which hitch point they'll use, but need to make sure that we stay on top of that, because half the time these assholes, they like to load their stuff up and somebody else comes along and takes it out of the horse pack and stuff. So I guess it's this one. It looks like we've got one more horse to put out there. The whole caravan mechanic in this game needs some work. Because look, they could all be loading up their horses and stuff, but I think something in the game tells them to just kind of hang out until every animal is hitched first, and then once that's done, they either rest like you see them doing right now, or they go and then load up their horses and stuff. It's just a mess. And if somebody's out here, like if this is all in like the ag zone and they're hitching up in the ag zone, and somebody else who's doing normal operations comes along, they'll take the stuff out of the hitched animals packs and stuff and go load them back on the shelves. And what's crazier is that they'll go ahead and leave anyway with that lack of like food or whatever it is that was taken out of the pack. And as they're en route, they'll start complaining about how they're out of food. Like I said, man, I just think it needs a lot of work. That must have been like what Anton just did right there. It looked like he took some food out of that pack and started eating it. It must have been just like a mechanic that the developers didn't really prioritize that much, I guess. medicine, bedrolls, 8 bedroll. Okay, they're just about ready to go, I think. What's going on, man? Okay, Anton's wandering around for some reason. There's Sam. Sam's sleeping. Sam, Anton. Okay, looks like they're beginning to go now. There's Vic. There we go. Sweet. much. What am I thinking? Okay, there we go. Let's. I love. Doesn't matter. Concert. No kidding. Okay. Here they go. Oh, come on, man. Okay, who's got powdered clothing? It's a kid. Some pants too. Um, we ever put mags in the thing? I don't think we did. So if we haven't, we're going to. Oh, she's still lactating. As soon as she gets done with that, we're gonna put her in one of these biopods. It's a little overdue. Do we have an auto thing for the birds? Oh, what do we got here? Vic's caravan has met peacefully with a caravan from the refugee dominion. The other caravan is composed of 2 champions, 1 hero trader, 2. What's a janissary? Taking forever to get out there. How dirty this is in here. Okay, here we go. What we got here? It is. Alright, so let's get these guys selected. Draft. Kind of an interesting little location here. All sorts of interesting stuff around here. Steel. Let's do this. this just got interesting. Okay, this is, yeah, this is gonna get interesting, man, because of this shit right here. So that tells me that there's something in here. Okay, this is gonna get good. Could get dangerous. Um, okay, let's take this one step at a time here. Let's get this. Let's get some of that. Triple these. Install this right here. Right there. Install this right here. Alright. Yeah, he's already working on that. Cycloid, man. On. Fey. Draft. hate this. No, I'm not doing that. I always get offered that stupid quest. It's irritating. Okay. Oh. Oh, they're gonna do it for it. I want to see what's under here, because if there's steel or something like that, then I don't think that happens on. Yeah. Kind of forgot about that. It's all good. Cancel that. Cancel that too. Okay, guys. Craft. Let's go and see what the hell this is. Kind of a little jog. Like I said, this could get dangerous if it's anything like what I'm thinking it could be. Okay, hold on, Anton. Here. Okay, I better save it, because I don't know what I'm going to get into here. Could get interesting, though. Here we go. That's it. God dang it. I was thinking there might be something really cool in here. This sucks. Disappointing. Alright. I don't think there's anything else really around here worth screwing with. Alright, I'm out of here. wound up with a decent amount of steel at least. Still kind of a not a dry run, really. I could take this cycloid shit and sell it maybe, but I just don't want to mess with it, man. I also don't like running the risk of some of my homies digging into that shit and causing problems. So, I'm just gonna head home. Get the hell out of here. Sure move slow through here. I guess because the landscape and stuff. Need to get ahead of this cleaning crap, man. There's some of the kids. Cool. I guess that's this thing out here, right? I think so, because I think I can get rid of it now. Looks like they more or less got that crap done. Let's see if we can't. Spot right there for well, kind of wondering what the virtue is of this. If we were to take this out and then install it like right here, I think that would remove the penalty that they go through whenever they're butchering stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That makes way more sense. I don't understand why I did that. I guess I just wasn't really thinking about it. much as I want her help on some of that kind of stuff, I need her, all of these guys, to focus on cleaning. Just cleaning. That's all I want you to do. Not even childcare. Linked or clicked on? I think I do. Well, I made some kick-ass soup the other day. I followed a recipe that I found online on YouTube. I think she's Chinese, because the soup itself is Chinese, and she was clearly Asian, but I think she was specifically Chinese, and the soup made use of bay leaves, star anise, I think is what it's called, clove, and some garlic, and you basically let the spices soak, take it out of the water, and the water is hot, so you let it soak in hot water for a few minutes, drain the water, and then you put the spices in a wok with cut up, diced, chopped up, diced, whatever, garlic, fry it all up with some various vegetables, and I use pork, but you can use basically whatever you want as a meat item. But you fry all that shit up, get rid of the spices out of the mixture after it's been fried up, and then you take that mixture of stuff that you just fried and you put it in little wonton wrappers. Boil the wonton wrappers, essentially making wonton dumplings, you know. And then you make a soup out of 1 cube of chicken bouillon, some chicken broth, a little bit of water, and let me see here. Oh, and you can save some of the oil and stuff that you cooked the mixture up in, because it adds flavoring to the broth if you want to pour that in there. But anyway, the end result tasted so awesome, man. I mean, it was just so delicious. It reminds me a lot of this kind of soup that they make at my local Chinese restaurant called beef brisket stew. My God, is it so good. It's the star anise, I think, that really makes it happen. That and the garlic. So we got pants and stuff done. Okay, so we finally got those done too. Good. So I'm gonna reinstall this. Let me see here. Let's find some more steel. How long does that take? God, 23 some odd days. It's a long time. It'll do what work though? It's really just the spine that you're going after on that. Thanks. Still updating. Hey, a night owl. It's a Pez is a night owl now. Alright. This. Tell you what, guys, I think I'm going to end it right here. Let's do a save real quick. It's going. This was a good episode, man, because I got a lot done, accomplished quite a few things. So, in the next episode, we're going to try to figure out what we can do on this side, because obviously I can't just get rid of this thing. I'm thinking we might wind up maybe just having one kitchen on this wing. I don't know yet. But we'll figure that out. And let me see here. Probably just begin to kind of figure something out about this. And we need to figure out. We need to get this rest of this wall done too, especially before winter, hopefully. But anyway, I hope you had fun watching this. Listen to me ramble about crap. Hope you'll forgive me for that. Sometimes it's just good to kind of talk about things, I guess. Um, I'll probably do another episode sometime tomorrow. I usually do on Saturdays and Sundays, as long as nothing unexpected happens and as long as everything's going okay. So, anyway, I will see you when I see you. Later.